Hey, want to hear a story? Once there was this couple that had a baby, a little baby girl. And for her first name, they gave her a form of her dad's first name. And for her middle name, they gave her her mom's middle name. And this little girl grew up to have two sons. And her first son had her husband's middle name, and her second son had her husband's first name. I bet you cannot guess who that little girl was. Well, hey, it could have been worse, all right? Because in the Old Testament, they gave each other really, truly bizarre names, but they always meant something. I don't think my name really means anything. But, for example, Isaiah had a son, and he named him, let's see, Maher-shalal-hash-baz, which means spoil, speeds, plunder, hurries, or destruction is on the way. How would you like to be named that? Well, maybe you have a funky type of name too. Don't worry, it wasn't your fault. After all, your parents named you. But maybe you have other names as well. And maybe they're names like friend, wife, husband, sister, confidant, boss, secretary, janitor. Or maybe they're things like gracious and loving, kind and generous. Or maybe they're things like disloyal, cheat, liar, thief. You know, Christians have an additional name, and that is the name of Christ. That's why we're called Christians. Bearing that name is a fearsome responsibility, because people look at us who call ourselves Christians and they evaluate whether or not we're representing Christ. But people who bear that name also have a tremendous blessing, because they have come to know the one who, no matter what other names a person bears, he can take care of those names. So regardless of what your name is, if you don't know Christ, if you don't bear his name today, you can. And when he gives you his name, he can work through those other names that you bear. He can glorify himself through you. He can fill you with joy and gladness. He can show you how to live life fully. Really, you know, when I think about it, Christian is the best name of all. Thanks for listening. Be blessed.